There's a lot of things you can do in Warzone to survive. Today I'm going to cover 10 things you should avoid doing in Warzone if you want to survive. Welcome back to Warzone Central. Let's get into the video. Number 10, jumping into hot zones. Some like jumping into the action right away, and this is a sound strategy. However, one needs to give themselves at least a few moments to find a weapon and some ammo before heading into a firefight. If an enemy dropped onto a roof, consider landing at the base of the building to loot the interior's bottom floors before engaging them. Because they hit the roof first, they have no doubt picked up a gun and already saw you land, leading to a severe disadvantage.
Instead, I want to show you where to land that won't be impossibly hot, that have a good 2-story maximum kind of elevation so you don't have to deal with roof snipers, that have a good...
Number 9, making unnecessary noise. Like the other multiplayer modes, shooting gives away one's position on the map. In the more fast-paced modes, this is less of an issue, but in Warzone, the element of surprise is key. If a nearby enemy sees your location ping, they have the opportunity to coordinate an ambush. Don't shoot unless it's absolutely necessary. If an enemy is far away and it does not look like they could be killed, it's usually not worth it to damage them. Health regenerates, and they can always find more armor plates, making encounters in vain unless one scores a kill.
Get into making the game look better. The number one issue that I'm seeing when I look at these gameplay clips is that their game just looks incredibly washed out. It looks
Number 8, not checking your corners. When playing, keep Captain Price's voice in your mind as he constantly reminds the player to check their corners. It's not just a throwaway line of dialogue, checking corners is vital for survival. Enemies love to hide behind open doors and outside of one's peripherals, and it is easy for them to get the drop on players rushing by. Taking a quick look and making sure the coast is clear helps prevent ambushes, which can cut one's time in Verdansk short. Number 7, ignoring contracts. Contracts are essential for 2 reasons. Firstly, they net some quick cash. Secondly, 2 of the 3 types of contracts garner worthwhile loot. Assassination contracts are risky because they encourage aggressively targeting an enemy, but the other 2 are relatively safe.
When it comes to bounties, so we're going to try and cover as much as we can as far as distances, that it's yellow, orange, and then also that it turns into red. We're going to cover those various things.
Number 6, having no cash. Cash is just as important as weapons and ammo. It may not rule out everything around Verdansk, but the buy stations hold several key items which can help turn the tide of a fight. In addition to self-revival kits and squad buybacks, one can also purchase armor plates, a shield turret, and several kill streaks. When playing with a squad, always be sure to have at least $4,500 on hand to bring them back if they bite it.
Warzone is a lot like most battle royales in some ways, and most people think battle royale games are all about positioning, rotations, getting good weapons, evaluating risk, and Warzone.
Number 5, staying on the run. As the circle starts to close, it's all too easy to get stuck constantly having to run towards the safe zone. Being in this position means having to contend with both enemies inside the safe zone, picking off stragglers and other players running towards the center. Later in the match, it's always good to stay a step ahead and make it to the center of the circle so one can focus on defending themselves rather than escaping the gas. Number 4, ignoring armor. To offset the low amount of health Call of Duty games give to combatants, players can pick up armor plates from loot crates or purchase them from buy stations. While up to 3 can be equipped, the player is allowed a surplus of 5 to refill after a firefight. Going into battle without armor is a serious drawback, especially if the other players are more likely than us to have a full set of armor adorned. If one is having a hard time finding more armor on the map, don't be afraid to lay some money down and purchase it. Number 3, wasting kill streaks. Several kill streaks are available for purchase or can be found among the loot. These include precision airstrikes, cluster strikes, and the UAV. The latter is fairly useful in most situations since it reveals the location of nearby enemies, and the rarity of perks means most don't have a counter UAV. The first 2, however, only come in handy near the end of a match because the circle starts shrinking. With this in mind, it's no good wasting them, and using them too early can spell doom when they really would have helped later on. Number 2, flying solo. For lone wolves, a solo mode is available for an even playing field. However, it's possible to drop into Verdansk alone among squads of 3. This isn't advised considering the obvious disadvantage of going against numerous coordinated teams. While playing with complete strangers is less than ideal, it's still better than going in alone. Number 1, ignoring loadouts. While the name of the game is loot, custom loadouts from the rest of the multiplayer suite come into play. A package occasionally drops and the team who captures it is allowed to pick up their custom loadout, perks included. It is so far the only way to get perks in Warzone, making it especially valuable. It also gives those who own Modern Warfare a slight leg up over those who downloaded Warzone for free without the purchase of the base game. This brings us to the end of our video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit like if you did, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss out on any of our videos in the future. Also watch the 2 videos that are on your screen because I'm sure you'll love them. With that, I'll see you in the next video.